Are you guys ready?
It's all right, and it's gonna be all right. Got it. Yes.
Yeah.
Welcome to Lore Crack Podcast, episode 19. I'm Brandon.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Chimaera.
Oh, hi, Chimaera. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's great. Thanks for having me on the podcast. It's wonderful. No, for real. I just kind of jumped into it. Normally, like, we bullshit a lot before the, I gotta warm up my voice after choking on a fucking popcorn kernel. I'm still dying a little bit. Yeah, so Cody couldn't make it this week, so our buddy Chimaera is on this week. He's a little shy. It's fine. It's gonna be okay. I'm just fucking
Thanks
with
for
you,
having
Chimaera.
me.
Thank you. All right, everybody, have a great night. We'll catch you later. Thanks for the patrons, and no, I'm kidding.
Bye. No, I'm kidding.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh,
Yes.
fuck off.
And ring that bell. Ding.
Be sure to hit the bell, and sometimes it won't even work. So, great.
Yeah. Just bookmark us. Do people still bookmark shit?
I do. I have a lot of bookmarks.
I do, occasionally.
I also share them
I
with
bookmark?
Tiffany, and Tiffany has a lot of fucking...
Ooh, that's...
Yeah, oof.
Yeah, no.
Tell me about it.
No. Yeah.
I bookmark
I
things,
don't-
but then I promptly forget where I've bookmarked them. So like in 5 years, when I go back and like clean out my bookmarks, I'll look at the list and go, "What the fuck?" It select all delete.
Well,
I don't even sync bookmarks between accounts, like between desktop and phone. Like, nope. That's
it
no.
makes everything so easy for me, though.
It
it's just
does,
So
but
fucking
it's also
seamless.
a central repository. So
Yeah.
I've been fucking around with my remote desktop for my phone, and that thing is really cool. It's 100% a liability, but hey.
Mhm.
Yeah, there was like
So
this one...
you remote desktop into your phone, or
No, from
other
my
way
phone to my desktop. There was a
Okay,
time. I was actually I was sitting in the. I had went to work. I had a doctor's appointment, and I had uploaded one of the podcast episodes. I can't remember which one it was, like beforehand, and I had it sitting there waiting on my desktop. And so I was sitting in the little room that they leave you in. I was in there for like 15 minutes, and I was like, I'm just gonna like, I need to post that because it's it's about noon, about 1 o'clock. It's about prime time video watching, whatever. And so I got on my remote desktop, highlighted the link that it had on my desktop, and like I went to my Twitter and everything on my desktop through my phone, and it just seemed like an excessive process. But yeah, I even like published a video through it. And
Wait, hold on. Back up. Just back up just a little bit.
go ahead.
You remoted from your phone to your desktop and went to Twitter.
No, okay, so yeah. So I hit public, okay, because I had Twitter and YouTube open, and so I was just already there. So I hit publish on YouTube, and then it gives you the link. So I just copied the link, and then I just clicked over the tab because I was already on the screen, and then I just do.
Gotcha. Okay, I was confused.
Yeah, I know. It's excessive.
Constant state of mind.
No, it's cool though. I was like, what am I ever going to use this for? And I just kind of mess around every now and then. And I never get the chance to do it while Tiffany's home because our computers are right next to each other. And I want to fucking mess around with my desktop while she's here, just so she's like, what the fuck is happening right now? Just pull open my...
You just gotta shut your monitor off, turn your speakers up real loud. And
my webcams are unplugged. I don't like that.
There you go. That's a solid option. What are you using? Using TeamViewer or a different app?
For the remote?
Yeah.
I think that's Google.
Oh, okay.
Chrome remote desktop?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to get that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Pretty fun. Yeah. I don't need anything fancy, but it's pretty cool. It kind of messes up a little bit because, well, not really messes up. It's kind of my own doing. Both my monitors that I have are 2 different resolutions and sizes. So when you look through that, because like it puts your screens together, kind of like seamless. But when I flip over to like my right screen, which is much smaller, you can definitely tell. And it's whatever, but it's not important.
I moved the monitor stand that I had under my rightmost monitor because I have actual like arms or whatever for my left one and my center one, but I had a stand for my right one that kept them all at the same level. Well, when we started doing this crafting thing in the other room, I had to take my monitor stand because it would, we needed it in there. and I haven't replaced it yet. So my right monitor is like a good 6 inches below everything else. And when I move my mouse or windows between the two, it fucks me up because I feel like I
Oh, I
can't
would hate
drag
that.
from the bottom of the screen to the bottom of the screen. I have to like lift it up to get it over the edge. It's
Did
like
you
a
reorient
platforming
them?
Windows.
Did you reorient them in Windows? Because I know you can do that.
Oh my god, I could, but I don't want to because that'd make me even more crazy.
Because then it's like, it physically knows like, oh, okay, this monitor is like 7 inches below, and so it'll
That's a
actually
thing.
like do the stair step.
Oh
Um,
shit.
That's
I
super
gotta
cool. I've
yeah,
never even thought about that with two monitors. I've never ran into the issue of one being higher than the other. Like one is smaller than the other, but they're still lined up correctly.
yeah. I've usually, like, for the longest time, I had two of the same monitor, 224s. It's just the easiest way to go. And then a couple weeks ago, one of them decided to blow up.
oh, was
So
that the smoke you were talking about? The
It
yeah,
was
yeah,
yeah, the
smoking.
it's dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this monitor is easily 9-10 years old. It's a good
Oh,
solid 1080p panel from Asus or whatever, but it's legitimately a decade old. So it owes nobody anything. Like, it's
yeah.
done its bit.
It
It's done
served its
its
purpose.
it's right, king and country and all that. And um so a few weeks ago, um I noticed that the lamp was starting to flicker. It was like, all right, well, maybe the backlight's going to go out and eventually die, and then that'll be that. So I was prepared for that. Um, and then one morning it was completely off. Like, all right, fine. I turned it on and turned off again. I'm like, no, 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 turn on, and it turns off again. So I do this dance of like unplugging the cable, plugging cables back in, standard troubleshooting behavior, and it's like, okay, fine. You want to play? Let's do this.
Uh-oh.
I'll stay on. You want me to stay on? I'll stay on. And next thing I know is pop, sizzle, and you see a little bit of smoke come up from the back. I'm like, okay, you're done. Yank the cables out.
All right,
Oh.
wise guy, go fuck yourself. Here, how about this one?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm dying. I don't believe you. No, really. I don't believe you. Fine. Clunk. Oh, well. Marshmallow time.
Thank you for your service.
9 or 10 years ago,
So
that's a long fucking time.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
I
monitors before
was
these I've had for a while too. Not quite
yeah.
10 years, but
Well, I mean, for 90% of stuff, like if you're not looking for high refresh rate or anything, there wasn't really a drive for me to upgrade. Like, I had been looking at like 1440p monitors or like 144 hertz monitors and stuff, a couple months
they're
ago. And
they're still pretty expensive though, aren't they?
it depends. They're starting to get down there.
Mhm.
Uh, there was just a video I was seeing the other day. I think it was from Linus Tech Tips, um, where they were testing three 1080p 144 hertz panels for like 170 for under $170. So
That's not that
$170.
yeah.
That is English. There's the English out of my mouth. Um,
I speak the good words, yes.
yeah,
And then
but
they
like
just
a but like they had a model from Scepter that was like 150. It was like, okay.
bro, really?
Yeah, no. I mean, like,
I'm
it's
gonna have to
it's a
look this up.
TN panel. It's a base panel. It's not going to be like IPS and amazing colors and whatnot.
Mhm.
But it was solid from their testing. And the LG panel they looked at too was nice as well.
Crap, I just started looking at monitors. There's a 34-inch 3K 144 hertz monitor for $820.
Yeah,
Yikes.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ. It even looks
Yeah.
curved and everything. Also, what I don't understand curved TVs and monitors. What is that supposed to do? Am I just old?
Immersion, I guess. Like,
I don't
so you
know.
can be in a
Kind
cockpit.
of.
I
Yeah, like
guess.
that's the idea. Like, if you have one central position that you're in, and then you have the monitor wrap around you. So instead of having one eye distance to the center and then a different eye distance to the
Oh,
edge of the monitor,
I
now
got
it's
you.
consistent. Uh, so that's the idea. personally for me, I'm kind of with you where like I tend to prefer the flat panels. Um,
And just get like 3 of them and wrap them around. There, I have a curved monitor set up.
I just want to live in a box, please.
yes.
I want a
Like
giant
those,
grid posted up on my wall, 3x3
Oh.
of monitors.
I've seen people with that. Like there was, I think it was it was one of the Twitch guys, like the Twitch staffers that I follow. I haven't seen any posts from him. I wonder if he died. Um,
What's his
but
name?
All right.
I don't remember.
Left
I
turn.
remember what he looks like, but well, he's one of those guys that like posts every single day, but he travels all the time. So
Then he suddenly
he's constantly
disappeared.
posting.
He might be
Yeah,
dead.
and or algorithm, not sure. But he put up a picture of his setup and he had like 3 monitors on his desk or on stands or whatever. And the right one was like vertical instead of horizontal, and then he had 3 more mounted on the wall on like the articulated arms or whatever. And he had them set up so it was like the top was like leaning towards him so he could glance up and he had the same, eye distance, blah blah, blah. So it wasn't like stacked on top and further away. It was weird. And I thought, God, if you did that, you'd have to worry about which monitors you use, not just because of like weight and shit like that, but color color change when you tilt, Like my monitors they're not bad. I think they're Asus. Yeah, they're all Asus. They're all matching, I think, ish. But if I look at them from side to side, they change color, you get darker when
Yeah.
you get to the edges.
Yeah, that's typical TN behavior.
Okay.
My small one does that. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting.
You
I
you can hear the sound in his voice as he's like leaning back and forth.
Oh, you can just yeah. No, all this monitor talk reminds me of Grandma's boy, JP's setup that he has in this
Oh,
fucking
no.
chair. I don't even know if you guys have seen that, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
I'm supposed to have seen it, but I
What?
haven't.
What?
Because it's one of those movies. It's like, okay, I'm gonna admit something real big. I think Chimaera already knows, but I've never
No.
seen the whole of Big Lebowski
Oh
because it was
well.
too overhyped and too pushed. Like too many people climbed up my ass about watching it. Somebody even tried to lock me in my own dorm room to watch it, and I was like, "Fuck no, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna leave out of spite." I left my own damn room.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a little much.
Yeah.
and Grandma's Boy is like that for me. It's I don't give enough of a shit to watch it, so I'm just
Oh
not.
man, there's so many good references in there. I fucking love that movie.
I know a few of the jokes because it's a Vendy's like favorite movie or one of his favorite movies,
Oh, we'll get
but
him on the podcast. I want to talk to him right now.
oh, okay, yeah, let me go roust him. Do that. At least not right now. Maybe later.
All
Yeah,
good.
it's our 5th wedding anniversary today, which is awesome.
Oh yeah,
It's the
happy
nude
anniversary, by the
anniversary.
way.
Happy anniversary.
Yikes.
Well, we talked about it, and because we both had to work today and we're both tired, and we had the podcast tonight, which I totally used as an excuse, but we're both talking about it. We're thinking, God, we don't have enough energy to actually do anything tonight. We don't want to go out. We don't want to go see a movie. We'd probably fall asleep, blah, blah, blah. We'll just do everything tomorrow. So we got married on the 13th on purpose because that's his lucky number and 9 is my lucky number, so September 13th. And we've been waiting for a Friday the 13th and we finally got one. And it's a full moon and it's amazing. So we're probably going to go stargazing tonight because that's one thing that we did on like one of our first dates. We just
Oh,
went out and like,
it's so sweet.
yeah, threw out an air mattress and just kind of
That's
stared at the stars, and
uh-huh.
it was cool. But anyway,
That's what
we'll
At least you're
happens.
not
probably do that
punting.
tonight.
At least you're not
That's-
punting on everything.
We're not gonna let everything slide, but
Because otherwise, that would have been like peak marriage. Like,
5 years already, we're just kind of like, anniversary, man, whatever.
breakfast tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, that's the death knell. That right there. We'll talk about it. That's the death knell of a subject in a conversation. And I hit him with it. I admit it. I hit him with it all the time. But it's my subtle way of being like, I'm not excited about this. We are going to talk about this later, but I am not enthused. Is I'll say we'll talk about it. And that's when he knows, oh, it's not a popular topic. Maybe it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like you never say no. He's like, He's like, I don't know. Okay, I guess.
Oh,
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. These all mean no. Just write this down.
Yeah, right.
These all mean no.
Take notes, relationship notes. This should go in every best-selling relationship book on the market. If they say we'll talk about it, it means no. If you hit on a girl in the club and she says, we'll talk about it, it means no.
Who the fuck is gonna get hit on and go, yeah, we'll talk about it? It's like, yeah, that's why I'm here. Let's talk about it.
Right now, damn it.
Now, here's my number. We'll talk about it later. And he's like, fuck, I'm already disappointing. Or she, whoever. Fucking, God, sexist Brandon. Jesus Christ. Calm down.
It's fine. We forgive you. Ish.
So just to clarify, your phone number really is 555-1212? Because
Whoa, Chimaera, man. What the fuck? We're recording, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just bleep that out.
Jesus Christ, I can't. I don't know how to edit. God
Oh,
dang it.
please.
Oh, speaking of which, I have a really stupid video idea that I want to put together. It's gonna be a long process, and I can't say too much, but I'm going to use somebody to gather a bunch of, well, not use somebody, I'm going to ask them nicely.
Secrets.
Yeah, I need to put a whole bunch of pieces together, and it's going to be stupid. It's going to take me a while. But it's on the back burner project, but I was like delivering mail on the route, and I was like, holy shit, I have to put this together. And yeah, anyway, I know it's completely vague and whatever.
Oh, here's a good. I had to look it up, but here's a good number. It's 605-475-6968. It's the rejection hotline. Politely explains to the individual that whoever gave them this number is just not that into them.
Oh, I think our radio station host dude here has called that multiple times. Like, there's one called the breakup bitch. And it explains, like, he plays it over the radio and it explains, yeah, it's like she is definitely not into you, so get the fuck over it. Have a good day, bye. And it just like hangs up.
Oh no.
That's wicked.
There's one. Do you guys know who Christopher Bloodworth is?
That name sounds familiar, but I don't know why.
He's a horror writer. And he created a number, as part of like an augmented reality game or whatever, and it's called Hold on, let me look it up. Oh, it's on this list. It's on the list. Okay, Booth World Industries, a phone number for a creepy augmented reality game created by horror writer Christopher Bloodworth. And I don't know if I should read this number out because I might need to check this out. It's a 630-296-7536. And
this makes me want to use Skype again, so you can just like make phone calls like you used to, and like in a group call. I don't know. I haven't used Skype in. Hey, Chimaera, when was the last? Like, when was when we first met?
Yikes!
Like 6 fucking years ago or some shit like that.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I use Skype then.
I want to share a real quick
thank you, blessed Discord,
story about me and Chimaera. So Chimaera and I knew each other through Drunk Kids Gaming. Like that was kind of how we met. That was like our first like orbit near each other, you know, that kind of a thing. And I was getting.
Bro. Sorry, go ahead.
I was in. No, you're fine. I was in my stream and I was like desperate for somebody to mod for me because all my mods were gone and I needed someone to take, because I was playing, I don't remember what I was playing, but I needed someone to watch chat because I knew it was going to get crazy. Wasn't it something like, it was something big like Undertale or Five Nights at Freddy's or
was that when I messaged you? No, that can't be it.
No, this is was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I messaged
you guys were both in stream, or you were Brandon was in chat, and you were streaming, and for whatever reason, you were feeling like you needed somebody else.
And I think it was Chaos Origin. It was either Chaos Origin or like Ghost Cubby, but one of those two, one of those two mods were like, dude, message Chimaera 96. He's stream dad. He's gonna be perfect. He'll mod for you. He's gonna be the best mod you've ever had. And I was like, I don't have time to argue. Cool. And I messaged Chimaera and I was like, hey, would you mind modding for me? I need someone to check to watch this. And he just kind of went, sure. And I gave him the mod, and it says happily ever after, rode off into the sunset.
I can't remember. I think I said something as well because you were looking for a mod, and I was like, I can't remember what it was.
Well, a couple of people did weigh in at the time, because as soon as whoever it was that mentioned it first,
what it was because like we were well, when I say we, I was heavy into Twitch. Like I was modding for April, and yeah, I remember you saying that you needed somebody, and I was gonna be like, oh, I could do it, blah blah blah. And I was like, man, that sounds really fucking like scummy as fuck to just be like, hey, I'll mod for you. And then I was like, and so when I sent her a message, I was like, hey, how about Chimaera? Like, he's a really good mod. I'm sure he would totally be accepting. And then, later on, I just became a fucking honorary, just whatever. Here, take your fucking sword and get out of here, stupid.
No. Here's the story of how CR became a mod. All right, so here's the story behind that.
I don't remember this. I really don't remember the story. Go ahead.
I remember like it was yesterday. So Discord
was
had
yesterday.
Discord had just become a thing, and I was like, okay, I don't know my way around it. I don't want to do anything wrong. I'm gonna consult somebody, somebody who can help me, figure things out. And you were like, hey, I've done this before. I can help you out. And I was like, cool. So I created the server. I gave you moderator status. And then I just kind of I think I went insane that night. And I did everything that night. I built all the channels. I created all the roles and things like that.
Well,
and then I messaged you and I was like, hey, check this out.
That sounds about right.
What it was she was like, hey, I need help. And I was like, okay, this is how you do stuff. And I showed her like 3 things. And then I look away for 5 fucking minutes. And I'm like, okay, she's good. She has learned everything. I was like, I have done nothing here.
My Discord foo is strong.
Yeah, you're just probably really good hands-on. Like, that's how I learn stuff, is just open it up, start fucking with it, and you go, oh, well, here's all my pieces, and you just start putting the pieces together, and ta-da.
You kind of got to get elbow deep and figure it out from there.
I don't know if I want to get elbow deep in anything.
That was the perfect cough.
Yikes.
What? Don't make this dirty. Don't make this dirty. Don't make this weird.
Make it? Are you kidding? Hello?
I'm elbow deep over here. How dirty do you want to get?
Oh god. Beautiful.
I'm up to my shoulders.
Fuck this, I'm knee deep.
Jesus Christ. Oh man. No, we're
wearing boots.
While we're on the reminiscing train, I always think back to like the early. I found it sounds so fucking ridiculous. The early days of Twitch and Twitch buddies. Yeah, back in my day, back 6-7 years ago.
Back in Justin TV days.
I wasn't around for that. I was like at the very end, like when Twitch was like, just popping off and, hey, look at this cool thing, everybody. And it's like, hey, it's pretty cool. Interesting story. My account, I think, just turned 6 years old. I think it's either in a few days or it's been a few days. But I've been on Twitch. I was watching Twitch, I think, a year before that. I think, because I was watching it without an account. And then I think I found April, and I was like, man, I really like all these people. I need to start following people. So I made, my console required name. And then April was one of the first people I just started watching, which is weird because even now, I'm the type of person that I'll go find the hidden gems. Not that the people at the top are doing anything wrong. You find the hidden gems and you get those really gold-plated communities, and very cool. I really like it.
Yeah. For those not in the know, we're talking about April Ness, aka
Oh
Viking
fuck!
Lass
I'm
on
sorry.
Twitter.
Oh shit.
No. You were in full reminisce mode. You were on autopilot. It's just like, yeah, no.
I was just blankly staring at my keyboard, looking down at it, talking. So, yeah, when I'm the type of person that if my train of thought has left the station, it's either going to go it's going to go full speed or it's going to derail immediately. And normally it derails, so it's pretty good. I actually landed a thought on the podcast for once. Go team.
Yay!
It only took 19 episodes. Great.
This has to be my Justin TV age, because this is way too old. I just pulled up my account age, and it's January of 2011.
Yeah,
Wow. I'm sitting at January 10th, what did that say? 2013?
Oh, crap. If I open up...
That sounds right.
There we go. I was going to open up Gelf's chat just to open up my little screen, but I forgot she's hosting somebody. And
That's
Oh, no.
I just did it.
that would've-
2013, yeah. Yeah, 2013.
Oh my... What the fuck is this?
So, I've been on...
What the fuck?
I've
Sorry.
been on Twitch for 6 years, and I'm hitting my
Hit my
5-year
stride.
streaming anniversary on November 4th, I think. Sorry, I'm thinking very slowly.
That's when you're doing math in the other processor. And
Oh, yeah, man, all my cores are tied up with trying to figure this shit out.
So we were talking about Rectify being on the cast earlier, and some person in their chat, in his chat, just gifted me a sub 30 minutes ago.
Nice.
Randomly out of the blue. I didn't even go into his chat. It's just I just saw the notification. It's like, oh, cool. Nice.
Whenever there's like a heavy gifting promotion or something, or something going on like that happens to me all the time. It's just like,
oh, gifts are half off as well, right?
No,
you
well,
don't get
renewals
price off
are.
of gifts. Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry.
No, go ahead.
I got a little rant about Twitch here for a minute because I'm a little pissed off. So,
what were the odds?
Right, I know. Real shocking. No, I really don't have a lot of problems with Twitch, but then again, I don't really do a whole lot with Twitch nowadays. Anyway, so I'm shifting my focus towards, because I'm hanging out with Gelf in her chat a lot more. I'm shifting my focus towards like a long time subscription to her channel. And so when I subscribed the other day, it was like, hey, you get half off sub. And I was like, okay, cool. And so I subbed. It took $2.49 out of my account. I was like, all right, cool. And then fucking 2 hours later, it took out $5 for that same sub. So I paid $7.50 for that fucking sub.
What?
Yeah.
Did it add an extra month on there?
I don't. Let me look. But yeah, I was like,
oh,
$2.50. Let's see. Expires. Yeah, it says October 7th. So yeah, in 24 days. So no.
I would just talk to customer service. That's not the first time I've heard that during this, September promotion.
I don't think I'm gonna argue $5. It's fine. It's cool. Now if it was more, then yeah. But yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. Like a couple hours later, I got another email. It was like, thanks for renewing your subscription. And I was like, I don't have any other subscriptions. And I looked and it was like to Gelf, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, what's going on? Hey, I've been swindled.
Yeah, no. Unless they gave you 2 months out of that, fuck them. Get the $5.
Yeah. Get your money, girl.
Girlfriend, shit.
Too much? Not enough? Okay, good.
Not enough.
Not enough.
I'm gonna clip that. I know I'm gonna slap that on that GIF I made the other day.
Oh God, that was hilarious.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
I was not. That was out of the blue, and I loved it. Oh my God.
Playing around with editing and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna start making some GIFs of just random shit. And then as I was passing through, old clips, I was like, oh, that's gonna be perfect.
What are you using? Are you using After Effects or something else?
Vegas Pro 15.
Vegas, okay.
Yeah, I got it out of a Humble Bundle months ago. It was like pay $20 and you get like a shit ton of these editing programs, and that program is usually like hundreds of dollars. So I was like, yeah, I can shell out $20 and relearn, because I was using Adobe Premiere Pro, and I fucking love that program, but Adobe is so expensive. So I was like, I don't need something that's constantly updating. Vegas 15 Pro has all the tools I need and will probably ever need, because I'm just doing real basic stuff. I'm not doing a whole bunch of jump cuts, zoom ins, and text flying across the screen, which it can do that. I'm not going the YouTuber route kind of thing. It's more just fade ins, fade outs, songs, cuts, you know,
Mhm.
just basic stuff.
Basic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I've been getting a solid grip on, you know, like you probably haven't seen them, and that's totally fine. Me and my buddy Cody have been we just play some games, and it's not for an audience. We're just kind of playing, and it's just a really good time. But with that, I've just derailed, just like that.
Bye.
Yeah.
It's fine. Go ahead, hon.
You and Cody were making something.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've already forgot where I was fucking heading with that.
Minecraft, talking about editing video.
This is not helping. I had a fucking solid fucking point coming, and it just was like I started because I said about the videos, and I started thinking about the videos, and then I was like, hey, wait, we should see more, and then it was like, but no, yeah, I just been practicing with that lately, and it's been a lot of fun, and yeah, we're just kind of lately we've been making videos for us, and
Very cool.
It seems to be working for. I mean, well, it's. When I say working, I mean we enjoy what we're making there.
Well, if the name King of Random wasn't already taken, I would dub thee the Kings of Random because your Minecraft videos get fucking crazy.
Dude, like I was saying, dude, that is just us playing video games, which I fucking love. That's why I love it so much. And yeah, Cody feels the same way. It's not forced. We don't force, and that's every fucking game we play. Like that's what I love about it. And I want to pick up the Forest because Cody and I hate spooky games, and I was like, dude, playing a spooky game would be perfect together because we'd be too big of a bitch to go do anything.
Well, to assuage your fears, Azrael has been playing the Forest for a while, and he convinced Avendi to pick it up, and Avendi bought it for me, so all three of us have it now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we could make like a clan on there for the 7 hours that we get like absolutely addicted to it,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
never play it again after that. But let's do it. Why not?
I think
Chimaera, you want in?
I think Tiffany has it too. So hell yeah,
Let's
dude.
make a little community. I'll just stay at home and thatch roofs or whatever, and you guys can go out and fight the zombies.
Sounds like a perfect vision flavor.
No. How about you get your ass out there with the naked tribesmen, and I'll worry about making the house. Okay, I'll cook all the food, I'll clean, I'm good.
Gender role reversal 2019.
What do you mean gender role? What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Hey, I can clean in 2019, okay?
That's what it's. Whoa.
Something's hitting a little close to home.
No,
And
it's
silence.
no.
You need to edit that and put crickets in there because that would be.
Oh,
perfect.
did my mic not pick up on that laughing? I had my hands in my face.
Oh,
No,
Yeah, no,
didn't.
it was just dead silence.
Oh, was it really? Oh.
Well, that's everything, buddy. Bye.
No, I just
Sorry.
here in good old Kansas, there's a lot of like gender specific things that people are like dead set in their ways. You know what I'm saying?
Good
And
old boys.
It cracks me up every time I hear that because I'm like, I don't care who the fuck does it. If my house is dirty, I'm gonna clean it. Somebody's gonna fucking clean it, and it might be me. That's totally fine. God.
Gender roles, man. The gender roles are a big reason why I don't call Avendi I don't refer to him as my husband because it's really weird.
This is my
It just
robot.
sounds. Well, he's the husband unit.
Right.
2.0. I upgraded him from boyfriend 1.0 to fiance 1.5, and then we got the patch and upgraded him to 2.0. That's how it works, right?
I guess. I think I missed something in my marriage. Where's the upgrading patch? Oh fuck, do I have to revert? Oh no.
Oh no. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Hey.
Hey. Chimaera, jump in whenever.
Tiffany would love that.
This man does not represent us.
Yikes. I need you to sign over your rights right now. Oh, speaking of which.
Yes.
I know that was a real weird transition.
Hey, segue, left turn. Do it. Make it happen.
More of a right turn. It's fine though. No, I was at work one day and Tiffany calls me.
Said, "Hey, I have some news." I'm like, okay, cool. What's up? How's it going? And I deliver mail, so I walk around with a hands-free headset. So I just talk and put mail in mailboxes. Pretty easy stuff. And I learned that I am officially at some point upcoming here in the few months, maybe even next year. It's a lot of paperwork. I'll be fully adopting my daughter.
Oh,
That's great.
congratulations!
Yeah, that was yeah.
Now you're
It was.
terrified.
I was having a real shit day that day because it's just heavy. Like everything, like we've been working 10-hour days, day after day after day, and I was just like, man, that was like the best news I have heard. 2019 is a fucking hell of a year for me, and that was just awesome to hear.
That's so cool.
Also, I'm not nervous. I've been her father for 7 fucking years. Technically, it changes nothing, but it's more
like,
peace of mind for me.
And it's official, I mean, that's I've seen. Okay, so I've seen enough videos online of daughters asking their fathers to adopt them or whatever, sons asking their fathers to adopt. I've seen enough grown men break down sobbing on Facebook. I know how this turns out. I have internet experience with this.
Ah.
I'm teasing, of course.
How many children do you have, Gelf?
Exactly 0, and that's how it's going to fucking stay.
Uh-oh.
I have taken extreme lengths to prevent
The bloodline dies with me, father.
Exactly.
I said the same thing. And technically, it is. Technically. Sorry, Tiffany.
The bloodline dies, but not the family name. You have
the
somebody
family
to carry
spirit.
on the family name.
That's more important.
Take your word for it.
So, Chimaera, how many kids do you have?
0.0.
Whoa. Wait, that decimal point kind of worries me a little bit.
Why? What?
There's actually a 3-3 repeating that comes after that 0, but
I don't want to hear any Leroy Jenkins in the baby making area, okay? Oh god, he just ran in.
That's technically how most of that happens usually.
No.
Oh no, stick to the plan, chum. Stick to the plan.
I was just about to say that. Oh my god.
You guys lagging? I can't cast.
I know what's coming and I can't contain myself. I'm gonna choke on more popcorn.
Do it. You won't.
Do it. You won't die on cast. I fucking dare you. And he recorded for the next 30 years. Some say his hard drive is still spinning. God damn it.
Christ.
So I have some articles open. I was wanting to touch on because I figured you guys have a good bit of input on this. Maybe.
What you got?
So you know Discord's Nitro Games library?
Yes.
Apparently it's shutting down due to lack of use.
Seriously?
Apparently the people that have Nitro have, and I quote, thousands of games to play, and none of them are playing anything. So they're just getting rid of it.
Worth a shot.
I mean, yeah, you take your shot. It doesn't, all right. I mean, they said it wasn't gonna. They said they weren't trying to take the crown from Steam or whatever. But
that's what you always say.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But when you come down to it, and you're looking at it, and you're thinking, okay, you've got Steam and you've got Epic Game Store in this bloody battle to the death or whatever. There's no room for anybody else in that. I mean, okay, we still have the Windows Store, right, for games?
You still have a lot of them actually. I know some people are really militant about it and have really strong opinions.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's okay, if I need to download this launcher to play this game, fine, whatever. But yeah, you've got Steam, Epic, Windows, Origin, Uplay, Good Old Games has their own launcher, Galaxy now.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, the
Twitch
good old
has their
games
own
is
launcher. Yep, you get all the
good old
games
games
through.
is different though, because they're
Not
focused
really.
on like, well, they focus on, they're like specialized. They focus on these old school games that have to have like runtime environments in order to play, or things like that. I don't consider them as part of like the big like market brawl. Just like, yes, they do current games, like I mean, they're run by CD Projekt Red, yes, but at the same time they've got like this specialized focus that in my opinion puts them into a different kind of category. Yeah, they're a games marketplace, and yeah, you can get blah blah and blah, but they have two things that set them apart. One, the focus, which I've already talked about, but two, they will actually match your games. If you have games on Steam that they sell in their marketplace and you connect your account, they'll match those games on Good Old Games. At least they
Huh.
did when I logged in and synced my account. So
Mhm.
that I think sets them, they're like, they're not holy, but I'm gonna put them on this pedestal over here. And then then the brawl happens down here. They're that cute little child that you put like the safety goggles on and the wings, and then you say, okay, you stay over here while everybody else is roughhousing in the pool.
Uh,
Is that a good
but
analogy? No? Okay, got it.
I don't think that that GOG would agree, but I'm sure they're thankful for it.
I need to get their launcher.
Um,
I like Good Old Games.
I used their launcher and then I deleted it because I did everything on the site instead.
See, that's what I fear. That's why I don't use the Twitch app. I only use Twitch app for mods. It's basically Curse. I mean, it
Yeah.
literally is
yeah,
Curse.
it's
But
cursed. It
yeah. I just they're like, oh, watch your Twitch through this, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, but I could just I already have
or
Chrome and.
I could watch it in Chrome with my ad blocker pokes fingers together.
That's
smiling
That's
at me.
actually exactly why I do it. I'm a scumbag. All right, get off me. If I like your content, I'll subscribe. If not, sorry. Kidding. That's such a dick thing to say.
Oh,
Um,
I do.
It's
I
all
do
right. It's not like you both are affiliated or anything.
I am.
Actually,
Yikes.
Are you?
Yeah. So my Twitch backstory is I got affiliated and then I just stopped, and I was like, yep, I'm done.
That's
Apparently, my current sub streak is 18 months. It's been 18 months since I got affiliate. Hooray!
Yay.
Congrats. 18 months of doing nothing.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But you get like at least one emote, right?
Yep, and I haven't even put it on.
Speaking of emotes, I got a contact back from Maple Cat. My emotes should be ready here sometime in the
Oh.
next few weeks.
Uh-oh.
Fancy.
I'm excited. And
Just buzz.
I'm getting new emotes, and I'm getting new sub badges, and I'm getting this, I'm getting that. I'm excited, and it's gonna be nice. And we've been working back and forth, and then we didn't talk for like 2 months because Avendi had his wisdom teeth out, and we did the maker thing, and I got super busy with that and all this stuff. And her fiance actually got his wisdom teeth out as well, like just before. So our conversation went from commission and stuff like that to all of a sudden it went into, so what are you supposed to eat? How do you take care of the pain? Like, do you have to watch for inflammation? How long until the numbness goes away? Blah blah. And so our conversation, like this podcast, just kind of took a like segue right turn and meandered off into a completely different topic. And I thought it was great because she's such a personable human being. She's so nice. She's so good at what she does, and she's super chill. Like I said, hey, I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in a while. I wanted to make contact and be like, things like that. I've just been really busy. And she's like, don't worry about it. I know how the world works. Don't just get back to me whenever you can. I'm like, oh, thank God. So I really like her. I'm glad that I went to her for my emotes because yeah, she's chill. She's Australian, I think. Yeah. So obviously she's easygoing, right?
Twitter handle?
Maple Cat. I'll link it up. I'll search it to be absolutely sure.
Maple Cat Art.
Maple Cat Art. That's her.
Hooray!
Yes.
Link in the doobly-doo.
Yes.
Cool. I was gonna say on this Discord thing, they also did a couple more changes because they're losing all this stuff.
Oh, the Nitro, yeah.
Yeah, so the Nitro Games catalog will be removed from Discord Nitro on October 15th. So you can play everything until then.
It says the subscription will remain at $10 per month, but the company is doubling the file upload size increase for subscribers to 100 megabytes. Discord said it will also work to make your Nitro boost more powerful, starting by reducing the number of boosts needed to reach level 3 by more than half, from 50 to 20. I don't know if that really affects much of anybody.
It's going to be interesting to take a look at it and break it down, because they kept the $5 subscription around as well.
Mhm.
So now without the games library, it's just like, what's the difference between a $5 sub and a $10 sub?
Right. Probably like uploads and.
Yeah, what bandwidth you get? Actually, let's go. I'm gonna go in and check it out.
Yeah, I know that subscription also affects, like, they just added in live streaming, which we actually kind of we actually fucked around with before you got here, Chimaera. That was kind of interesting. I just clicked it and went live. It also lets you stream in like higher quality, and you can also change the audio quality higher on servers if you are, well, if the server's boosted, I think.
It looks like the base difference is you get the chat perks with Classic, but you don't get the server boosting as well. Like, that's something you don't get.
Gotcha.
Which I kind of get the idea of server boosting, because but I thought about doing it for my channel or for my server, but I don't know. Like, I want to do Discord Nitro, and $5.99 a month or $4.99 a month seemed fine, but I I hate subscriptions. I really do. If I don't like subbing unless I really feel passionate about whatever it is. So, like, subs to other channels, subs to this and that. Like, I forget about my Twitch Prime all the fucking time, and it kills me because there are people out there that deserve that money. But I don't like having to keep up with stuff, and make sure that, it's not going to drain my account or whatever. I want to do it, but $10 for a Whataburger meal or whatever, that's fine in my head. But for some reason, $10 a month for something that I use literally on a minute to minute basis just breaks my head for some reason. I don't get it, and I don't understand why.
Right. Yeah, I totally get that. It's
good. I'm glad somebody understands.
You're like,
what the
yeah,
fuck's going on in my head.
I'm gonna go out to eat multiple times a week, like, $15-20, and it's like, hey, you want to spend like $5 a month? You're just like, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but that's like pennies a day. Quarters,
it really
probably.
is.
But it's
But it's additive. It creeps up on you. Like, everyone's always wanted, like, these like a la carte purchasing for channels, or now it's streaming libraries. And so you get Netflix, and there's something on Showtime I want to watch, so I'll get that. And Game of Thrones is ending, so I'll get that. And
that's when I go, do I need it that badly? And
exactly.
more often than not, my head goes, no.
And, like, so if you get all of these together, you can easily, put together something that's comparable, if not more expensive, than a cable bill.
I was looking, I just saw something the other day that added up all streaming type stuff, and it was, I think, was it on your Twitter, Chimaera? I can't remember what it was. It ended up being like 90 something a month.
Yeah, for HBO and Netflix, Hulu, Showtime,
like the Apple
CBS.
Plus, the Disney Plus, or whatever it was. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, God damn. Yeah, man,
no, it's up there. I mean,
I use an app called Truebill, and I linked it to my accounts and whatnot, and to just kind of watch where my subs are, where they're coming from, how much I'm spending, just to kind of keep track of that sort of stuff. Because I didn't take an accounting class in high school, and I wish I had, because then I wouldn't be such a dumbass about this stuff. But what I ended up doing is I visually see, not like in a spreadsheet, because I could have done that in like Google Sheets or whatever, but now I see in a UI what I'm spending, where it's going, where it's coming from, et cetera, et cetera. And I've found this really good equilibrium as far as that's concerned, because I know when the subs are going to hit, because I have a calendar reminder. I know when this is going to happen. So I'm more comfortable with it now. But still, I mean, it's
it's easy to let it creep up on you, especially if your circumstances are such where you're not really like living check to check. If it's just kind of like, yep, that's fine, and you do do a couple extra subs during the month, and it's only $10. Who cares? Oh, it's only $15. Who cares? And next thing you know, it creeps up. So it's easy to kind of lose that if you don't police it.
I've made a rule for myself, especially on Twitch, because not that I would just let it slip, but you want to support everybody you like, and well, if you like a lot of people, then my ruling is I am only going to be subbed to 2 people at a time, and that's why I haven't subbed to Gelf as much as I probably should have. It's because I've locked in April's sub for so long, and I've been subbing to other people every so often. And when you were talking about adding it up, dude, here in 11 days is April's 50th month. So 50
That's
times
nuts.
5. I mean, that's a long time, and it's also a lot of money. And I mean, but it's over the course of, I mean, it doesn't seem like much because it's $5 every month, but then 50 months.
Yeah, exactly. It's $60 a year, 4 years. Yeah, adds up.
At the same time, though, I mean, if you look at it, and this is me being devil's advocate. If you think about it, okay, 50 times 5 is 250, right? Somebody check my math. Yes, $250. This is something that you've paid to support a person, yada yada. Are you choking on popcorn again?
No, continue.
Drink some water, motherfucker. But if you think about it like that, over the course of how long? 5 years? No.
4.
4 years. There we go. Sorry. Numbers, not my thing. But if you think about it, like that's really not that much ultimately. Right. Because if you're supporting someone, it's $5 a month, it's really not that much, blah blah. For one person, that's not a whole lot at all. But all of a sudden you've got these people that have 15, 20, 25, 30 subs, to all these different places. Before I cut back, I had like 10 subs going at the same time, and that was crossed between Twitch and Patreon, and I had to cut back. I felt really bad, but I was losing I couldn't, all of a sudden I'd look at my bank account and be like, wow, that's not good. Shit, I can't afford gas. Why? What is going on? And then I went through and I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had the same thing for a long time where, I had a sub for you and a sub for, Drunk Kids Gaming and a sub for April, and a sub for Visual Jamie, et cetera, all the Destiny guys and whatever, Skin Teen, Trav, whatnot. And you just go down the road of, all these people that we've, met on Twitch and, love their content and want to support them. And next thing you know, it's $60, $70. Like, oh, okay. Welp.
Yeah, right.
It's like, you got a lot of friends and they do a lot of stuff. I mean, you gotta take care of you first. And that's kind of something that I've been.
That was a big
trying
problem.
to come to grips with myself over the past couple months is putting on your own oxygen mask first. That's a kind of a saying we have over in the DKG adulting channel.
That was a big problem for me first couple of years of Twitch. And then I just didn't have the money to support people. So I was like, I kind of, it's not that was what had caused it. It was just like, oh, well, I can't do this anymore. So, but at the same time, I say this, there was a time, actually there was 2 times where I was like, okay, I get paid tomorrow and I have $7. And this is when like your Twitch subscriptions, like if you dropped it for even a day, you would reset like the streak. And and that's how I kept, April's streak alive. I felt I was obligated to keep it alive. I was like, I'm fucking so determined. And there has been 2 times where it's like I probably shouldn't have done that, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm doing better off now, but it's like, yeah, Brandon, you're a little stupid. Don't do that again.
Yeah, no, I understand that level of stupid. I can appreciate it, but yeah, it's better now. I think one of the good things that Twitch has done to their credit is they finally have adopted cumulative subs, so that because it was a real behavior. It was a legitimate behavior where someone
was addicting.
Was sub for a period of time and then they had to stop. some of them would never come back to the channel because they felt bad. Like, I can't, I feel bad that I can't, support you, or like, I don't, I've got this level of shame of, you're going to see that my sub is gone and you're going to hate me and, psychosocial, whatever the hell. But it was legit. People, it was tangible. And you had for years, major partners on Twitch trying to get them to, integrate, whatever they need to do on the back end to switch that up and let them get the cumulative subs. And to their credit, they finally rolled it out last year, I think.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, I don't
I
feel
mean,
near as bad now. I subbed to Gelf, and I'm like, yeah, it's my 1 month streak, whatever. But then it's like, hey, you've been subbed for like 9 months total, and I was like, yeah, okay, I feel good.
Yeah, exactly. And so it'll still pull the total number of months of support.
Because let me tell you, I was packing my bags. I was like, she hates me. I'm fucking, I gotta leave.
Oh,
It's getting too much. It's
don't
getting a little heavy in here.
If you disappeared, I swear to God, I would hunt you down. I would drive
No,
up
call the fucking
I-35.
police. What the fuck? If I disappear, you. First of all,
I'm coming up to
Tiffany
find
is a
you
suspect.
myself.
She's
I'm gonna tell you said that.
She
She's
works
gonna
for
hear
the
it.
police. I'll tell her myself. She already knows I know she's out to kill me. I don't even know if I made sense. I just started spouting words.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Not on the podcast, I don't. Actually,
Yeah.
I suck in general. Have you seen how many typos I make in your chat?
I don't give a shit. I don't
I
pay
don't prove.
attention.
If you were to text me, it's even worse. I do this thing with Tiffany where I'll reply back a paragraph. I don't read my text, and I'll just hit send. And then I look, and I was like, it says like duck instead of fuck, and I'm like, okay, that makes it way more funny. I'll just keep it.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Like earlier in the text, she tried to call me a dick, and she called me a duck, and I thought it was the fucking most hilarious thing ever. Wow, what a dick. What a duck.
What a duck. Oh my God. But no, it's gotten to the point though where, and I've said this on my stream multiple times, like if you can't support me financially, don't fucking worry about it. Don't lose your shit. Just be here, hang out. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not okay. The reason I started streaming, one of the reasons I started streaming was I had a huge fucking backlog of point and click games that I would just never get to play. So I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna start streaming. I don't give a shit. Is this my day job? No. Does it feel like my day job? Yes. But if the goal is to hang out with people that you know, hang out with people that you like, that you have a shared mindset with, or even if you don't have a fucking shared mindset, as long as you're enjoying the content, that's all I want. And I've made a lot of like realizations over the past like year that how I was kind of treating chat was not conducive to that, and I didn't realize it until just recently. Well, if a year's recent, I guess, I don't know. But the whole thing of like, that's why I've started loosening up. Like the exclamation point blind. I have a command. You guys both know it. Um, hold my glasses. I'm going in blind. I want to play this, and I want to learn the story for myself. Now, my problem is that I read into comments that people make, and I'll extrapolate, and I'll figure out what's going on from an innocent little comment. But I've turned kind of that around, and instead of getting like bitchy about anybody talking about anything and da da da, I've turned it into this research assistant thing where it's like, hey, I'm stuck. I can admit that. I need somebody to look this up. I need somebody to help me out. And Chimaera is like my translator. So if somebody knows what to do, what I want is a hint. Somebody, hey, tell me give me a general idea of what I'm supposed to do, and then let me figure it out. And if somebody doesn't know how to word it or whatever, they can message Chimaera usually if he's on, and he'll turn it into a clue, a hint, instead of like blatantly telling me what to do. So it's become this interaction that I never had before because I used to climb up people's asses for ruining things. And now it's fun. Now it's awesome. I have research assistants for streams. And it's like, hey, I'm stuck in Baba Is You. I have no idea what to do. Can somebody be my research assistant and help me figure this out? And people will jump up and say, okay, I think you need to do this. I think you need to do that. And Baba Is You, puzzle game, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
not exactly narrative story, but it was so much fun to get people into it, get people excited, and that was fun for me. And it was so
Was,
cool.
was there a
Okay.
story to that game, or is it really just like puzzle
No,
levels over and over?
there's literally just puzzles. It's like what was that game? Deadly Rooms of Death. DROD.
Okay. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's become so much more of a fun thing now that I've relaxed and I'm not, freaking out over, oh my God, am I going to get spoilers? No, it's literally interaction between people. And that's a big reason of why I stream. And if I can't sub to you, I'm sorry. I don't give a shit. Let's talk. Let's hang out. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk
Yeah.
about how good my character's ass looks or something. I don't care.
Hell
Look at
yeah.
the quotes. Hey, there's a reason I play female characters if I've got a choice. Just saying.
Same, bro. No, you're preaching to the choir here.
It's a big choir. Yep, I agree.
Big choir, yes.
Well, not only that, I mean, that's a whole other topic. It really is. Every time, and Cody he just over the years he just doesn't get it, and I fucking love it. But I always pick a lady character because it's different. Being a guy, I see myself all day long. I don't want to look at no. I want to see something different. I'm not role playing as that character, no, but it's, and even if I was, fuck you, okay? No, but,
No, even that is
yeah.
That's whether it's just a different ass to look at or just a different mindset or role to take on. Absolutely. Plus, if you're playing Mass Effect, and everyone should at some point play Mass Effect,
Why should they play Mass Effect, Chimaera?
they should play
Don't
Mass
derail him. We'll talk about that. We'll get back to that.
No.
I want to hear what he has to say.
It's a good game. Okay. But if you do play Mass Effect, and again, you should, it's super cheap nowadays. But you have your choice of either Jennifer Hale doing the voice of the main character, or you have Mark Meer. And with all respect to Mark Meer, he's not Jennifer Hale.
Exactly.
Damn.
Oh, Jennifer Hale. Fuck, dude. She's got a voice that you could this never mind. I'm not going to go down that road because
No, please do.
It's getting hot in here. Whew.
She has
Goddamn.
a voice that is so smooth and
What was her
so warm. You could spread it on waffles and eat it for breakfast.
I'll link you up here.
Oh, I'm here. Yeah, I have a confession to make, everybody.
You haven't played Mass Effect. It's fine. We'll
I
indoctrinate
haven't
you.
played any of them. I'm not into sci-fi games as much. I just can't. I don't know.
That's okay.
I get
If
that.
you ever get
It's
into
not
it,
okay.
if you ever,
I can't get a
No,
control of my
if-
life.
if you ever get into it, you are going to find you're going to love it. I actually yelled at somebody on the podcast. I think it was Rectify for being like oh my God, you're missing out. I hate that. No. This is if you get a chance to enjoy this thing that I love, or this thing that we as a group love, or this person over here, and you haven't had a chance to experience it, because I hate being guilted so much. The Big Lebowski conversation earlier. See, it comes full circle.
Yeah.
When you get a chance to experience it, I think you're gonna lose your mind, and I think you're gonna love it. I'm not gonna push you into it. I'm not gonna force you into it. Fuck, if you want me to, I'll play it on stream just so you can see the game. I'll play it for you.
Oh no,
Brandon.
No. I've seen it all. Yeah. I just haven't played it myself. I'm just saying that.
And that's fine.
Mass Effect.
Nobody's going to blame you
Space.
for not playing.
Yeah,
Banging
no,
aliens, and it's whatever.
Pretty much.
I knew Chimera wasn't going to disagree with that.
Humans, if you want, no one's going to judge. But yeah.
But if you said I don't want to play Mass Effect because it's I just looks
no.
dumb.
No.
That's a bad excuse. Then I'll climb up your ass about it. But
Yeah, we've been through topics like that. I have never really, when I was younger, I may have said shit like that, but it's not necessarily something that I could fully understand at the time. Every game that I see now that I don't enjoy, it's just not for me. It's not that the game is bad, and sure, there are bad games, but it's just not for me. Like like with Mass Effect, it's a shooter and it's sci-fi. Those are like my real like that's like the bottom of my list. Shooters and space stuff. So when they're combined, it's like I'll watch somebody else play it. That's cool. You know, I'd rather play a horror game almost, and I
do have a counter to that because it doesn't have to be a shooter. It can present itself as that, but it does not have to be.
Okay.
That's the interesting thing.
It's totally fine.
Because my primary character in Mass Effect used their basic space magic. Biotics is what they calls it. What they calls it?
That's what they calls it. English is hard. It's
What's
fine.
it calls it?
It is. But yeah, no, it's so like yeah, she'll use a gun every now and then, but I don't need to. So you're just like a walking space mage, just absolutely
fancy.
Yeah.
Wrecking noobs. It is a lot of fun. Now that's one of the few games where I played. I don't usually do melee characters, but I played a Vanguard. And Ciara, I know you don't know what a Vanguard is, but Chimaera does. Playground pounding, run ups, shoulder slam, shotgun blast to the junk if they have it. That is fucking awesome to me. And
If
the game
they
makes
have
it
it.
so much fun. Well, you're going up against robots and, whatever.
Now there is a caveat here. If you're playing Mass Effect 1, don't look
Ooh.
twice at the Vanguard list. Don't even bother. It doesn't exist.
Yep.
With that game, you should really play, because the way they break it down is there's three primary archetypes, which basically break down into soldier, mage, and engineer. And then they have two other archetypes that kind of fit in between the middle. So it's like half soldier, half mage, or half soldier, half engineer. So it's half technology, half shooting. And those can work in certain situations, but really you get the most bang for the buck from being in one of the dedicated slots. The exception being once you get to Mass Effect 2 and 3, because they're effectively the same game.
No hate. I'll let you have it.
Yeah, no. They play very similar because they found the Effect 2. It's like, hey, this is not broken. We're do it again. And they redid the Vanguard list, which is half space magic, half shooty. And it's 100% fun. It's so very much what Gelf is talking about, because basically you have this power where you can look at a target across the room and range doesn't matter. Like you don't have range on this. So if you can see it, you can hit it, and you just fly across the entire map and hit them in the face. And while they're stunned, you break out your shotgun. If they're still alive, you shoot them in the gut, and they're done. And then you do the exact same thing to the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy.
And if there's a group of them, you zoom in and you slam your fist into the ground, and everything goes flying in pieces. It's so much fun.
Yeah, Vanguard is 100% great in 2 and 3. Do not look at it in number 1. But yeah.
Will do. I will keep that in mind.
If you want me to, I will play. I mean, I will sacrifice myself to play.
No, we're not doing this, Gil.
Again in 2 and 3. In fact, I haven't finished 3 on stream. That was the whole, like, I was gonna play it over the weekend and I was gonna, bang it out and blah blah. And then we got the DLC finally. That's one thing that I fucking hate Origin. Can I rant for like a second? Sorry. I installed Origin so I could get Mass Effect 3, right? Because that's you have to. It's on Origin. I installed it. I played through it. I got my insanity achievement. I played through Mass Effect 3 as a fucking Vanguard and got my goddamn insanity achievement. I was done. I was good. I had to quit. I was like, all right, I did it. It's good. It's on my account. No worries. Uninstalled the game. No big deal. Something happened between then and when I reinstalled it. All of my fucking achievements were gone. Even the one for starting the fucking game was gone.
Well, clearly it didn't happen, Gelf. I think
oh my god, no. I just about I think Chimaera probably heard me shrieking halfway across the country. I'm still mad about it. And that is one of the reasons why I haven't gone back and I haven't finished it on stream, is because I get flames in my mind. Please tell me you get that reference. Please.
I do.
Continue.
Okay.
I'm kind of. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore.
It's from
That's
the
all right.
Clue movie. It's from the Clue movie.
Oh, I haven't a clue.
Okay,
This is
well-
this is not this is another case where we're gonna take it and turn it. You're not gonna, belittle or shame someone for like, oh my god, I can't believe you haven't. You take it as an opportunity to
Yep.
say this is a really good thing. I'd like to share it with.
Exactly. I will share it with you one of these days if you are inclined, because it's a very, very fun movie. But
I
anyway,
I do hope to live another 50, 60 years, so I got time.
Score.
Oh yeah.
I'll fit
Alright,
you
let's
in
make
about
8 and then-
I'll fit you in about year 78 or so. Is that okay?
Hey, sounds good to me. By that point, we'll be able to VR it and just from the moon. You can be
beam
on
it from-
Mars. I'll be on the moon.
we got peer-to-peer brains.
Exactly.
That would be
I'll- you
that
know
would be
what, I'll just-
awful.
I'll just-
What an awful
I'll
design.
just share my experience with you. I'll watch it and then I'll beam the memories over to you, and then you can spend the next 3 days laughing your ass off. It'll
What
be
if
great.
you accidentally make a stray thought while you're trying to trying to process it?
Man, you've got a
That's
nice
no.
ass
That's
in
the
quote.
bonus. That's the bonus.
Why the
like-
fuck is there a cat in this movie? What the fuck is going on here?
Just roll with it. Just roll with it, dude.
What the fuck? This looks
Why-
like Texas. What the hell?
Why do I know what a Vinny's ass looks like? Why? Why is this a thing?
I was trying to be real subtle with it. Chimaera
No,
just dove
fuck
right
subtle.
the fuck in.
No.
See, Chimaera knows what this podcast is about already. He's got this shit on lockdown, so you don't no worries at all.
Uh-huh.
He's got this.
Yeah, Gelf called you out before we started, by the way.
Yeah. Funny story about that.
No, it was-
So she's like, "Hey, you want to be on the podcast?" Like, oh yeah, you plan ahead, or you shorthanded for something? They're like, oh, we're shorthanded. Yeah, okay. So what time do you want to start? It's like 7:30. Look
right
at the
fucking.
clock.
Yeah, I was like, right now.
Yeah, 7:30. Yeah, sure. Look at the clock. It's 7:19. Like, all right, sure. Yeah.
You want to know what was
Gotcha.
really funny about that? We'd been sitting in here since 7 o'clock trying to find somebody to come in and and be our third, because we were going to start recording at 7, and we're like, we need somebody else. And I was like, I've been wanting to get Chimaera on this for a while now. I've asked him a couple times, but he's been busy. You've been on mobile.
It's just too shy. It's fine.
And I was like, I really want to get Chimaera in here, and I wonder if he's available. So I'm just gonna message him. Yeah, I haven't. Here's my admission. I've never actually like. I don't give a shit. There's nothing to study ahead for. There's no trivia questions or segments. We just fucking shoot it.
You failed in keeping up with the story of the previous 18 episodes. We have a nice story arc going on, and you fucked it up. And now this
You
makes
broke
no
the
sense.
narrative.
That's
The
what
narrative.
I was just joking with Gelf before we started, saying that we were talking with Megan and Jorge Lucera, the creators of Zombies Don't Eat Vegetables, and all this, and then our next episode after that. And since you haven't watched or listened to any of these, this is okay. So we talk about, we talk to these guys about game design and books and how they're doing with their life and great and how we met. Next episode after, we're talking about vaping ASMR sex robots.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's-
just your natural everyday, it's not a big deal. It's fine.
One just flows into the next. It's a seamless narrative.
My favorite
When you're
idea.
completely random, any transition is a good transition.
See, that's
Ooh,
how,
that needs to be on a shirt. That's I thought that was actually
That's-
wow. I
that
kind of
was
like
good.
that.
That was solid catch.
I like it. I like
Joke's on you. No one will ever believe you. I'm the only copy. I'm the only person with a copy of the recording. I'm taking the idea.
it.
Is what I'm saying.
God damn
All right.
it.
Anyway, you guys ready to wrap up?
How long have we been recording?
Hour 15.
Yep.
All right. I suppose if Chimaera has to go, I mean, I could keep this going all night, but yeah. Let's just blame Chimaera. He's the
Yeah,
the guest.
it's my fault, which is
Yeah,
usually
wow.
how this happens.
Thanks for filling in, asshole.
Yeah, that's what I'm used to. Whether it's
Oh no.
whether it's this
Oh.
mod chat or another, that's what I'm used to.
Oh.
Now you're a dick, Brandon. God.
Wow, what's
fuck
fucking new?
off.
I've been an asshole lately. I don't know. I'm sorry, Chimaera. All right, yeah.
Spoiler alert, he doesn't actually care that much, I don't think. Do you?
Who? What?
Oh, I
What,
thought you were talking
huh?
about me,
Oh.
and I was about to be like, well, no.
I don't care that much. It's fine.
No, I've known Chimaera for a while. I
Quite a
Have
think.
you guys known each other longer than I've known you?
No. You guys have known each other before I came into the picture, and I came and fucking ruined everything. So.
Maybe? I don't know.
Wait, are you? No, yeah, because
Yeah.
when I first met Gelf, I remember I think it was like you two were talking like normal, so I was like, oh, these guys seem cool. I'll join in on this party. But I mean, you may have known each other for maybe a month. To me, I don't know. I was like, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It's not how many months is the quality of months.
I just pretended to be
That's
cool,
fair.
and everybody just accepted me, so I don't really know.
Well, clearly you're doing your job right. I mean,
It's been a long 7 years, 6 years, whatever. It's hard to put on a fake personality, man.
That's 100%. Yeah, no, I think we might have met 2014, 2015, me and Gelf. I'm trying to remember.
I think.
And
so.
so it would have been at PAX.
Yeah, it was. I've been
Like-
to every single fucking pack, so they kind of all run together.
Yeah.
Ooh.
For
But
work.
no, yeah, it was. We've been to a couple of PAXs together, haven't we?
Yeah.
And then TwitchCon, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, we did TwitchCon
Yeah.
in 2016 when in San Diego.
Yeah.
You guys going back there again or?
Not
Totally.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Sorry.
Me neither. Me neither.
I'm definitely doing PAX South again, but it's like we were talking about earlier with the whole like, I feel like I'm dedicated because I've gone to every one so far, so I have to keep going. It's kind of a little bit of that, but it's also a little bit of this is like the one chance I get to hang out with people that I'm otherwise
Yeah.
never going to get a
Yeah,
chance
yeah.
to. So I mean, I always go. In fact, we just booked our rooms and whatnot.
That's cool.
I brought. Do you guys remember Risu? I don't know if you guys met
Yes.
her at PAX. Okay,
I
yeah.
did.
She actually messaged me 2 days ago and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get rooms for PAX. Where do you want to stay?" And I was like, yeah, I don't know, whatever's closest, Oh, okay. Well, I got the rooms. It's gonna be this much a night. Anybody else coming? I got a couple in. Okay, cool. I'll put their names down. Oh, okay. Guess we're going.
Yeah, she's on
Like
it.
there was a question. She's amazing. I love Risu. She's also
Yeah,
one of
she-
our patrons. Which,
Yeah.
speaking of patrons, we should probably wrap up, like you said, like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm in no rush. It's only 9
Okay,
o'clock. No, yeah, she
I
was
know,
she was really cool to meet. I thought that was just a fucking. Sorry, I'm gonna branch off. If you guys got somewhere to be, just tell me shut up.
No.
Just the whole experience of PAX. Finally getting to meet Twitch buddies after what, it was like 5 years or 6, whatever the fuck it is, and collectively, some people have only known for like a year, some people 5 years, whatever. But to like, and I know what some of your faces looked like beforehand, but to actually like be able to talk to you guys in person. And the thing is that last PAX South, it was all about introductions and oh hey, I'm so and so, this and that, and I felt like I really didn't get to break out of my shell. It was a whole new experience to begin with conventions and my new but old friends. I feel the next time around, like the next PAX South that I go to, we're going to, we'll have a lot more money saved up. We'll be able to go do stuff. It'll be way more outgoing because we'll actually, know you guys. And, because like I said, last time was just more introductions and fucking crying because it's bullshit. Everyone's got to leave and it pissed me off. And that was fucking upsetting. I didn't, because I've been watching Twitch for 5-6 years and all these people are always like, oh, the PAX South blues and blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, it's going to suck when everyone leaves, but I think I'll be all right. And man, everybody started leaving and I was like, holy shit. Like, damn, that fucked me up.
No, post-con blues, even mid-con blues can be a
Crap.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that last day when people started talking about leaving, it was like, man, you know, I wasn't crying then, but it was like, man, this sucks. Like, you know, I want to hang out more. I feel like we didn't get to do enough, even though we did literally everything. And yeah, when people started getting in cars and leaving, I was just like, oh, yikes. But yeah,
And
it's
the
cool.
thing is the thing to remember though is that when you do like you're there with them, you're making the best of the time that you have, and yeah, you got to leave, but you're going to see them again in person. You will see these people again in person because there's always another con and things like that, and you've got that hope to look forward to. Will you actually ever, see them again? Maybe not. I mean, there is that chance that, oh, I'm not going to be able to make it to con this year, blah blah, but there's still that hope. There's the potential. You have this place where everybody can come together. They have the opportunity, you have the facilitation of these meetings. And that's not something that everybody has. I mean, not everybody can say, like, oh, I'm going to see him at the con next year. I'm going to see this person over, not everybody has that. And I think it's amazing that we have these opportunities to meet people and to meet people that we like, meet people we don't like. Fuck, meet people that we've only ever seen in it digitally,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
I think that's an amazing opportunity.
I so it's, I just a little thought just kind of jumped into my mind. So we were driving around to we went to that Denny's. Did you go to that
Yep.
Denny's? Yeah, the
Oh,
fucking packed ass
everybody
Denny's.
goes to fucking
Holy
Denny's, yeah.
shit! So we were driving to look for a spot, and this was the single moment of like, I'm here. And so I don't watch the streamer, not because of content. I just don't have time. It's I don't know how to say her name. Siri. Yeah.
Serithri.
So
Yeah, Serithri.
okay, so I'll just call it Siri. So we were driving around looking for a parking spot, and I just saw her waiting to cross at the crosswalk, and I was like, holy fuck, like I know who that is. This like, and it hyped me up to see you guys, because it was just like, I get to fucking see these people now. Like, this is so fucking cool. Like, I was starstruck by my friends, and that just sounds silly because only like a handful of them stream, but I was so fucking, oh, sorry, I was fucking pumped up. But yeah, it was just that was a single moment for me.
We get starstruck by meeting starstruck. I guess that's kind of a weird term.
Yeah,
to use
I don't know what else.
but,
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like the opportunity to meet people that we've only ever met. It's the same thing. Like when I met Chimaera for the first time, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to hug him because I know who he is. And I think I ran across the room to give you a hug. I'm not sure.
Who?
might have happened.
Oh, Chimaera.
Might have happened. I know I've run across the room to give you a hug before, but I don't know if it was initially the first time I met you. But I mean, it's one of those things where it's this idea of, oh my God, that's that person.
That's
Holy
that
shit,
guy.
That's the dude with the thing that does the modding for me, and he's amazing. That kind of a thing.
That was cool
And
thing about
it's cool. No, good. You're good.
Like meeting the DKG people for the first time. Like when I got there, it's like I don't need introductions. I know like just by looking at their faces, I was like, I know exactly who the fuck you are, but I need to like introduce myself so I can have a normal conversation with you. Or I can't just walk up and be like, hey guys, how's it going? And be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, who the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
no. If you have the opportunity to meet people that you know online, definitely take it if you can. And if you're going to like a con or something like that, point of order number one: if people know you by your screen name, don't introduce yourself as Bill, because they don't know Bill.
Yep.
They know, Noob Master 69 or whatever.
Nice.
So like, because like, perfect example. I think the second convention I went to, which is a small little podcast community convention called Nerdtacular, back in 2013, and I was going to be there. April Ness was going to be there, and like I knew her through her stream at that point. I knew her through the Frog Pants podcast community, but we didn't know each other very well. And so I initially introduced myself. It's like, hi, this is my first name, and she's like, oh, great, hi. And it's like, yeah, Chimaera online. It's like, and then the light went off.
Yeah.
Like absolutely, her eyes just completely jumped, like wide open. Like, oh shit, the connection is made, and completely different from there on out. So like, if people know you from one thing, lead with that. Don't do the other thing. Don't use
That's exactly what I did with Gelf. Because we're just hanging out in TJ's apartment at PAX, and everybody was just trickling in, and hey, how's it going? Hey, it's CR, blah blah. I didn't even use my first name at all, and I was like, Gelf came in, and I was like, oh hey, it was weird because I haven't posted many pictures of myself, so a lot of my people just don't really know what I look like. And but we've talked over voice multiple times, so I don't know how unique my voice is compared to a lot of people. And so when she came in, I was like, oh hey Gelf, like how's it going, blah blah. And it was like, oh, because I'm so used to talking to Gelf that I almost forgot to introduce myself. Because I know exactly what, like, if I close my eyes and Gelf is talking in a crowd, I can tell that she's there, because your friends have unique voices to you. And so I was just like, oh hey, by the way, I'm console required, and it was just like, and then you saw that light bulb, just oh hi.
Plus there's that whole asymmetry that comes on the streamer chatter relationship, where like you know what they look like, you know what they sound like, et cetera, and you are text on the other side. So it is a much different situation.
I'm gonna cosplay as that Twitch chat and just have a rolling billboard that shuffles out.
There you
just
go.
walk around with a the fuck's it called? Monitor. Jesus, it's
What's the thing with the pixels and the text and the
the
red and the green?
Maybe some blue in there.
Ish, Roy G. Biv ish. Web safe, 256 colors. I got it. But stuff like that. And I don't know. I love it. I love meeting people. There have been some people that I've met that were like, oh hey, this is my username. Oh hey, how's it going? And we talk for like 5-10 minutes and hang out, and then we go and split our different ways. And there are some people that they don't relate as well face to face. It's not their thing. They don't like, I process a lot of my thoughts through text, which is why being on a podcast is so weird, because I'm literally just going off of what's bleeding out of my head right now.
Yes, that's exactly what I do. That's why I just derail constantly.
Yeah,
but it's also fun.
Yes, exactly. It's entertaining as fuck. But there are some people who just the face-to-face relationship is not for them. And it's cool to meet them in person and be able to say, okay, here's your face, here's your voice. Cool, it's really nice to meet you. But the whole like, hey, let's hang out thing, just it's not there, because that's not the kind of relationship you have. And that is perfectly fine. I want to say that again. It is perfectly fine to not be that kind of person that like, hey, let's go hang out, let's go drinking, let's go whatever.
The you don't have to match the streamer's personality.
That is a great way to put it, because it's okay. It's kind of weird. When I'm on the podcast, when I'm on the stream, when I'm around people that I'm comfortable with and blah blah blah, like that's me. But the person sitting off in the corner on a balcony at PAX South, chilling in the corner by herself, reading a book, just decompressing, that's me too. And if I'm hanging out, we're at the bar and we're drinking and like, hey, you want to, hey, this, it's really good, stuff like that. That's fine. But if I'm sitting and you want to just sit next to me, I have zero problem with that. In fact, I've actually, I've posted on my Twitter a couple times and said, hey, I'm at PAX South. I'm going to be hanging out over in the handheld lounge for a while. I'm just going to be chilling, or I'm going to be in the AFK room decompressing. This
That
is
was
where
a
I
cool
am.
room. That was a very cool
It
room.
really was. The Take This charity is fantastic, and I support them through all of my Amazon purchases through the smile.amazon.com. I don't use anything else. Um, but like I think that people think that because you're an ebullient, outgoing, talkative person, um, in media, in the presented media, that you're going to be the same way in real life. And if you're not that kind of person, then you're not going to get along. Fuck no. I'll sit in the corner of the AFK room and play my PS Vita until my thumbs bleed. And if you want to come and hang out with me, thumbs up, let's do this shit, you know? And I think that people, like you said, you feel like you have to match the streamer's personality, and you really don't. At least in my case, I don't know. It could be different for someone. Like, oh my god, it's Whataburger, and that's a Vendy and me. And oh, that's an awesome picture. Chimaera just linked a picture in the podcast links on the Discord for those of you who are listening. And just a
What?
random picture
He didn't,
from
he didn't post shit. Where the fuck? Oh, there it is.
Podcast links.
I was
Keep up,
like,
dude,
what
keep
the
up.
fuck? Sorry, this channel, that little subcategory hasn't been used in quite some time.
My own goddamn Discord. What? It's not. It sounds to
Well,
anything.
what the fuck?
That's what we're supposed to use, but so when we first started this podcast, like everybody would bring in conversation articles to talk about and topics, and then like segue to the right, just gone, and we would never talk about them.
I
CR
think-
would constantly have 50 fucking tabs open, and we'd never touch on any of them. So I think he finally gave up, correct?
No.
Or-
We used to go through like 60 of them, and then all of a sudden we just transitioned into this fucking mess of bullshit, random garbage. I think
Hey, whoa.
I think I ate at this Whataburger last time I was here. This looks really familiar. This
Yeah, you
layout.
did.
Is-
It's
is that
the one
same
downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
it.
the people
It's
I
the
haven't
one that
met yet.
everyone goes to. Yeah.
There's two people that I really want to meet that I haven't gotten to yet, and that's Jamie and Miller.
Oh, Miller's
And
Miller's a riot.
Once we move to Texas, everybody's gonna get fucking lunch. All right, if I gotta pay for everybody's lunch just so I can hang out with you, then fucking let's get on it. Let's get some pizza or something, or Whataburger, whatever the fuck. I don't know what's down there.
You got to have Whataburger at least once when you're in Texas.
Oh yeah,
It's
that
kind
place was amazing. Oh my god, there was 1 million people there. That shit cracked me up. Good times.
Man,
Good times, dude.
Good times.
Speaking of, are you guys going to be coming to PAX South this next year?
No, I'm not going to be doing anything until I become a regular at work, just because I'll have more of a set schedule, and I'll actually have priority on annual leave, to where I can actually use it to take days off. Because PAX South lands at a really awful time for the post office, where
Yeah.
not only are we slowing down for after Christmas, but January is or mid-December and the beginning of January is right when all the carriers put in their annual leave for the entire year, and CCAs, the city carrier assistants, get last dibs on it. So basically, as soon as January hits, I have to wait until like January 18th for them to finish filling out their stuff. And then I have to go, hey, can I have a vacation next week? And then they're like, yeah, you can't do that. Sorry. It's too short of a notice. So it's a real shit fucking time, but I'm sure once it becomes regular, it'll be all right. And start taking some days.
It's not on my schedule at the moment, but things might change.
What we need to do is, this is something I was talking with Bearded, but Tiffany and I just want to start going places for like the weekend. Just go down to Texas for 3 days, go hang out with Bearded for 3 days or whatever. Instead of, picking a convention to go to, just go down into the state and just hang out or whatever, and see some stuff and, see some people.
I'm down for
exactly.
this.
I mean, as I've gone along here, it's the convention becomes the excuse to get together. It's less about what's there, at least for me.
Oh yeah.
For a lot of things, like whether it's Twitch or PAX or Dragon Con or whatever, it's more about who's going to be there than what's going to be there.
Yeah, that was my first convention. And if I went again, which I do plan on going to another PAX South at some point in my life, I think the first day is, peruse the floor, see everything, and then just start hanging out with friends and such. Because, like, we went to the floor just about every day, which was cool because I still like talking to the developers and getting pins and shit, and we're buying stuff. But yeah, I see more of it as a friend thing as you progress. I know the more you get, because you guys have gone to way more conventions than I have, and I can see already how that can pan out that way.
Yeah.
And going to conventions for the convention, I mean that's great. Do it good. Like I actually the
Oh, sure.
reason why we met Jorge and Megan Lucero was because we actually went to some of the panels. And at some point, I've kind of come to look at the panels and whatnot as like a chance to disconnect from like the social, so I don't get overwhelmed, because I have generalized social anxiety disorder, whatever it's called, I forget.
Hey, I have
And
that too. Me.
high
Sorry.
five, woohoo! Yeah.
Woo!
But even then, I mean, you can spend a lot of time with people, and too much time with people. You get overwhelmed and you get, cranky, you get testy, you get, uh,
I get
you
hangry.
need a break.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's all I get.
I get one of the things that I get is I get overwhelmed, overstimulated, and then I kind of like my brain
Oh,
like kind of
my
starts firing too fast,
yeah, exactly.
and then I'll do
Mine
shit that I don't mean, or
mine is heat and sound. If I'm in a hot
yeah.
condensed place with a lot of sound, I I gotta find an outlet real quick, or I might,
Yep.
yeah, like you said, your brain just starts firing for no reason. Like you just start like, right there, what the fuck? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually
You
I just
start
need to.
disconnecting and
Yeah, Tiffany's really good about spotting that, and I'm actually getting a lot better about telling her. Like, I'll just tell her, I'm like, my little hints. I'm just like, man, it's really like it's just real loud in here. Like, I don't know, I'm having trouble focusing. And then that's when she's like, okay, let's go do something else, or
yep.
get you some
gotta
food.
if
You're
you
getting
gotta
hungry, or I'm
and there's
I'm too
nothing
Just gotta pay
wrong.
prideful.
attention to that.
Yeah, it's just me and my fucking pride. I can't seem to do anything. I'm not beating myself up, but yeah, it's more like, oh, I'll just tough it out.
It's
I'll
just
be fine.
It's just taking a break. It's just taking a
Yeah,
break.
right. I've been getting good at that lately as well. Just take things slower. Take a break.
Relax, chill out. It's
Yeah.
not, like you said, you get to see these people once a year, yes, but you're going to want the best memories you can have. And the best memories that you can have is when you're in the best shape you can be.
Right.
And if that means you've got to take 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour a day and disconnect and step away, fucking do it. The people that you are hanging out with want you to be they want you to be they want you to enjoy things, and that includes taking care of yourself.
Right.
If you say, hey, I want to go, hey, I want to go to this escape room, let's all get together and do it, and you come back with, I'm not feeling it, I'm a little bit, cool, great, you know what, we'll figure it out again some other time. It's not a big deal. And I think that taking that social, just saying that, and I feel like I'm kind of beating this horse a little bit, but I do think it needs to be said again and repeated, is it's okay. You're not disappointing anyone. You're not ruining your relationship with them. You're not destroying your friendship by saying, you know what, I need a little bit of time off. We're just going to go do things by ourselves. Do it. I love you. Go do it. That kind of thing. I just think that a lot of people will kind of break themselves in order to get everything they possibly can out of a con.
Right.
Don't do
See,
it. Don't break
I've been in
yourself.
positions like that where it's like when you're like, oh no, it's fine, it's okay, and or like when someone's trying to like console me about something, but it's for like, especially with my anxiety before on the medication, my brain would not accept that I was fine or it was okay to go, do whatever. Like for some reason, I was just like, I for some reason just can't lock onto that. Like it just doesn't feel right. I'm here to spend time with my friends and I'm gonna do it, blah blah. Or I came to convention to do a convention, and it's that weekend I was firing on all cylinders, 100,000% of the time. And mind you, it was great, but fuck, I needed to sit down at one point. I should have sat down at one point. And I didn't realize that until I was on the plane back home. I was like, fuck. Like, pace yourself next time, you big
Yep.
old idiot. Shit. But, all right, let's go ahead and. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, like, it's probably time that we actually wrap up.
Yeah,
Considering
it's
we talked about
9:30.
wrapping up like an hour ago.
Talk about this shit all night. We're about an hour 40 now. It's good shit. Yeah, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks, Chimaera, for hanging out and reminiscing with us. I feel like that's something I needed. I love reminiscing with you guys. It's
Oh, thanks for having me.
a
Great
shit
time.
ton of fun. So, yeah, thanks to our patrons, Time Jumper and Risu. You guys are the greatest. Yeah, so we're on a couple different things. We're on YouTube, Spotify, and Plex at the moment. YouTube.com/console required. Spotify is
bit.ly/required podcast.
required podcast. I keep wanting to say console required podcast, and then Plex is. I'm sure I don't use Plex. I'm sorry. I
Just search it.
just do it yourself.
It does come up.
Yeah,
You lazy bastards. No, I'm kidding. Well,
yeah,
sort of.
we've been making a lot of progress lately. I'm super excited. Just keep on keeping on, man. Hell yeah. Right.
Do your thing. No, I'm right there with you.
Do your thing.
was laughing.
All right.
Do your thing.
All right, everybody. Have a good night or day. Why the fuck did I say that? God damn it! Everybody just. I'm ready to go to bed. Eat
Have
something.
a good whatever.
Good night, console.
Good
Remember,
night.
be your own purple.
Be your own purple.